live-ish. I clicked start streaming at least, so we should.
Who can see
What's
me?
up, gamers? Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
Not allowed.
Okay.
Yep. All looks good.
All right. Can
this
we be heard?
Do we have anyone in the room yet? Is the question.
Well, I mean, yay. Hello.
Yes, it is making noises.
I love noises. Noises are great. Sorry for the all of the everything. I fail at cooking. Like, I thought it was only gonna take like 20 minutes to cook a bunch of stuff, because I don't fucking cook like ever, and I decided, oh, I'm gonna cook like burgers and brats and fries for Anya, because of Memorial Day weekend, and it's like, no, that's not how brats work, or French fries. The burger patties were pretty thin, so they cooked up really quickly, though. So,
Yeah, those would be fast.
yeah.
I ate some wings,
Oh, yum.
chicken wings, and I forgot it was Memorial Day weekend because I don't remember shit.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, hello.
give me just a second. I just realized something. I want to queue up the theme.
Okay. But that goes after the introductory bit.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, hi, hello. I don't know why I waved. I'm not on camera. Some things are apparently very ingrained. I don't do that during recordings, but you know. Hi, welcome to a Follow the Leader live stream Q&A for seasons 2 and 3, because we did not do a Q&A at the end of season 2 because we didn't think of it at the time. It was very busy. So basically, we have a lot of possible stuff that we can ask questions about. But first, we should say who is here. I'm Jade. You know it's me because I'm the English person on the podcast. You can find me on Twitter at JDoxadrose. My pronouns continue to be they and them. Joining me today, we have, let's go down in the order in the Discord call.
Which one is that?
Underneath where it says general.
Yeah.
Just so that would be you first.
It would be me first. Hello, my name is Zachary Fredrickson. You can find me on Twitter at OfficeGod. You can find the music I do at iambugbear.bandcamp.com. Because of the way time and editing works, this is the first time any of you have heard that name. I've been saying that on recordings for a little bit. My pronouns are he, him, and I am chilling. Am I allowed to edit the thing to give it a background?
Sure. I was originally going to do the podcast cover, but I realized that wasn't gonna work well with just the black text and stuff, so I didn't do it. So
I'm just gonna be fucking with this as we go, and we're gonna all have a good time.
Yeah, sounds great.
I don't know if it's gonna update
Yeah, it'll update immediately.
Incredible.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So also here.
Hi. This is also going to be the first time a bunch of you hear this because I only said it on. I don't even know if I've said it on recording yet, but hi, I'm the artist formerly known as Dora. I'm going by August now because months are cool, I guess. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on the internet still at Harpy Dora on Twitter and Itch, because I've reached that part of many trans creators' lives where I have to decide what the fuck to do with my personal branding now that I'm going by a different name. But that's okay. It's fine.
Everything is fine. We love you, August.
Aw, I love you too, Sam.
Speaking of which, hello. I'm Sam. I'm on Twitter. I use he, him pronouns. You all know me.
You're cutting out. Like,
yeah, you're having some bad
like,
connectivity issues.
no, I was gonna say, it could
yeah.
also just be, I think Discord went in and did for everyone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, check your
sensitivity issue, and
yeah.
I had it 2 days later, and I'm just like, no.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
At the moment. I know you've said you've had internet connection issues as of late, so.
Yeah, I've also been having connection issues, but that's okay. I should be less choppy now that I've completely done away with audio sensitivity, so you guys are going to hear a lot from me.
Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKLO. And I also have a vague announcement, is that I'm a reading podcast. We haven't posted our first episode yet, but it should be up like next, and it's called Kitty Cat War.
You're still cutting.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Type it in the
so
chat.
the thing that Sam said was that he is working on a Warrior Cats reread podcast called Kitty Cat War Crimes that will be coming out at some point in the future.
I'm looking forward to it. I never read Warrior Cats, so I'm just like,
I read like early Warrior Cats, but I never got like deep. There's like generations of Warrior Cats. I read I read the Firestar saga, right? I think I read like the first couple books of like the second generation of Warrior Cats, but I'm sure cats have lots of kids. I'm sure they've been doing it for a long time after that.
Oh yeah, there's like 40 books.
Jesus,
A lot of
fucking
books.
Christ.
There's only one man who should write that many books. His name is Terry Pratchett.
Actually, the Warrior Cats books are written by 2 people under the same pseudonym.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, then I guess that I can make an exception.
I'm here too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hi, I'm Mab. You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr at Little Lady Mab. I don't do shit.
You
do.
you do.
I do not.
You right.
Do I know? Thor face.
And Chaos isn't currently with us, but is hoping to join us a little bit later in the stream. So, yeah, we will be very
Fingers-
excited.
Fingers
Yell.
crossed for Kale.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. For sending in questions. We're going to talk about our podcast that you lovely people listen to and that we have fun making.
Yep. Now that we've got all that, let's get started.
Woo!
I'm
Blast that
gonna-
funky ukulele.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the theme, which y'all won't be able to hear, but the audience should.
Yay!
I'll let y'all know when it's done.
I could just hear it. Maybe you should just mute all of us.
Nope, it's too late. We're talking over the theme now.
Oh no!
This is happening.
Did it again.
Oh, this is extremely confusing. I'm listening to both at the same time.
Don't do that to yourself.
You did that.
I want to hear the song. They also sound like I'm way louder than everyone else.
That'll be Dora's, up to Dora's discretion to adjust. That is Director August's discretion, my apologies.
Okay, the theme is done, and I've adjusted people's sounds, so hopefully.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
So yeah, as I said before, this Q&A is covering seasons 2 and 3, which was when I listed them out in our server. So many arcs. To rattle through them, maybe in order, got In Dreaming Avalon, City of Goals Part 1 and 2, Firebrands Part 1 and 2, Flotsam Parts 1 and 2, the Dragon Rider game, which has got a really long name that I can never remember, that is just Dragon Game.
With fire,
Park-
thy affections hold a wing.
There you go, that one.
Dragon game.
A Microscope game, Coffee Shop AU, Uneven Orbits Part 1 and 2, For the Queen, Kubrick, The Riot Starts, Mnemonic, Stupor, Fantasy Tavern, Echo in the City of Goals, Venture, Dungeon Dilemma Karma, as I'm calling it, and The Fall of Elsinore. Season 2 was also when we started having guests, one of whom got roped into being a full-time cast member. So, that's how we do. So yeah, we've done a lot, and we're currently recording season 4. But this is a time for reflection and looking back. So let's dive into these questions we've been sent.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm changing slides now.
I put a pretty sky on.
You did. It's pretty.
All right, so the first question is, how are y'all so good at games? This is easy. I found a witch. I did 3 trials.
These questions, as you can see on this slide, but the slide will not show when we drop the audio in the feed, but these questions are from Izzy. We love you, Izzy.
Thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but I did a blood sacrifice.
Ooh.
I sacrificed a human person to the podcast gods and got really good at video games and tabletop games as well as a side effect.
I'm a disenfranchised drama graduate with no other outlets for my creativity.
That's the real thing.
Rims. Get the mood.
Also, I'm lucky enough to play with a lot of really fun people, which really helps. So.
Also, just done it for a long time.
Yeah, practice.
Practice. It's really just practice, chemistry, and drama degrees.
How many of y'all have drama degrees?
I have an English degree.
Close enough.
I don't have a degree. I didn't
Yeah.
finish school. I'm back in school now doing sound shit.
I have a fashion degree.
I don't have a degree because I am a college dropout. So don't be like me, kids. Finish school.
College isn't worth it.
Yes, yay, theatre kids in the chat.
I
Do not let
prefer.
us unsupervised in waffle houses or other all-night diners.
Denny's.
That's what I understand of American theatre kids.
Oh yeah. Don't let you into a Denny's after a show. Strange rituals happen.
All right.
I-
Next.
No.
Yep.
I mean, also another answer for that is that we're not. We're just doing it.
Mm.
You know,
True.
and anyone can do this.
Yeah.
You just have to put yourself out there and do it.
There are also days where I feel incredibly bad at game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to mention, also, we edit our podcast.
Yeah.
The
really
way the
helps.
games actually work, there's a lot more dead space than you guys hear when we're
Yeah, it's like-
playing them.
Oh, yeah.
And checking rules.
Yeah.
A lot more checking rules.
Let me scroll.
Was that the PDF? What page?
Yeah, sorry, what page of the PDF is that on?
I don't have the PDF. Has anyone got the PDF?
Hang on, let me kick my cat out of the room.
That's just being on calls with anybody at any point. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I performed a Dragon Ball like spirit bomb. So I just absorbed the Earth's power.
fair enough.
Next question from Izzy. What are y'all's favourite ships or pairings that didn't involve your own characters, and the ones that did? I'm going to add platonic pairings in this as well, because there's some real good non-romantic dynamics that have emerged in seasons 2 and 3. I'm going to quickly drop the list of arcs into our general chat so we can have them there at a glance as well, so we don't accidentally start talking about season 4.
Oh yeah, because
I
I was
could almost just start
yeah,
talking about
there's
season
some-
4.
Very good stuff in season 4.
I was
Oh, you guys are going to love it.
I was just about to list
very
a
good
ship,
one.
a platonic ship that hasn't happened yet, but it will happen in season 4. So thank you for reminding us, Jade.
No worries.
Davy and Theo.
I'm just gonna forget everyone's names. I'm just like, wait, who are any of the characters in our podcast?
That's a mood. I really enjoyed. I think this was from this season. It could have also not been. I don't remember.
That's why I dropped the list of arcs in, if you need to check yourself, Sam. So
Or
we
you
don't
wreck yourself, Sam.
spoil. So we don't
Still don't.
spoil
I
season.
barely remember the name of the arc. I think it was regular old Firebrand, so it is within the season. It was Ruben and Joe.
Yes, that was very good.
It was real good.
I am a big fan of Dynamics. The Hereafter and Wyatt in the Riot Starts
Oh
was one of
my
my
God.
favorite dynamics.
That was
has
extremely
happened,
good.
just because that was really fun to hear Zach and Brian riff, and I need more of that content.
Yes.
Yeah. People like that.
If you want to hear more of like Zach and Brian going at it, though, over on the Room Where It Happened feed, there's
and
Building the Bleed, the Spirit of 77 stuff. Mwah. Chef
Yeah,
kiss.
if you want to hear some dynamics and relationships that are very good, you should listen to Shelby Siblings and Building.
It's so good. And since it's like part of like the preseason for their season 2, you don't really need to have listened to anything else. You can just listen to that and enjoy it, and just it's real good.
We are iconic.
I also
one of
really
my-
liked. Oh, sorry.
Go on, Sam. No, you go.
I was gonna say, involving my own characters again. I really liked the Coffee Shop AU.
Coffee Shop AU is a very good game. It's like Forged in the Dark, but with kissing.
We should return to that setting at some point, or return to those characters.
Yes.
A's are good. How does the Patreon content that has come out before this count?
Live streams count because I think they're available to.
But not like a certain spindle wheel game that I did with Kales.
I mean, feel free to talk about it. Just don't.
The first one's gone out, and I think on Patreon now, so I feel like you can talk about it.
Yeah.
I liked Sable and Steady as friends.
If
That was a lot of fun.
If you haven't heard that, wait for all of the sections of the Spindle Wheel game to be dropped and sign up to our Patreon for 1 month at the $5 level so you can listen to it. We won't hold it against you, though there is going to be more good Patreon exclusive content that we would love people to listen to.
That's a lot of content. If you like Mr. Steady as It Goes, if it comes, it will come. Who was in For the Queen and Venture. He is also in something else. And it's all a weird multiverse mythos that they're all canon to him.
A ship I'm not involved in any capacity that I've got to give a shout out to, just because of the amount of shouting we do about it in our servers and DMs, is Sol and Kerry from Space Girls.
Gorals.
Because it's that good fraught dynamic.
I was
that
not just drawing them the other day. No. Twitter didn't vote for it when I put up a poll to ask.
I love Gorals. I love fraught Gorals.
I love the dynamic of the Gorals in general.
Yeah.
I'm always yelling about the Gorals.
A ship involving one of my characters. I am always emotionally compromised by Sable and Every.
100%.
So much. So, and Kari and his myriad of people, all of them make me really happy because Kari loves love. But really, there are so many dynamics in the show across the universes that I'm a fan of. So,
I was really a big fan also of thinking platonic, I don't know if I would say friendship, but Juniper and Galen.
oh my
They're
god.
Weird. Yeah, it's good.
I need to
Never the
listen to
person
that
I'm more
again.
stressed than Juniper.
I listened to that again. Yeah.
The next question we've got from Izzy is, what was your favorite moment, or a favorite moment, I guess, because that's a lot of arcs and a lot of hours of game. I suppose if there are any particular things that we particularly like.
How, sir, will
Let's
you
stick out
receive
for us.
my lance?
Fuck off.
It was so good.
Oh,
Oh, that was the best.
It was so good.
I really liked the end of our adventure arc when that whole little like
wait. The
Hmm?
end, or the end of the end? Because
fuck.
part two is season 4.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's right. you guys
Well, I meant
haven't
the end.
finished
The
yet.
end of the first time it came. The first thing I didn't realize that it was season. But the little vignette of the like pouring the sun into what's her name?
Nope. Abort.
No, that was the first one. It was the last
You mean
scene of the first one.
You mean
The lava
the
from
lava into Steady's hand from
Delta.
Delta. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Zeta. Delta putting lava in Steady's hands.
I thought Steady was something like that. Yeah.
Steady can't make lava happen. That was dumb.
Okay. Well, then it was the other. Yeah. Then it was the lava pouring in the hands, and then we zoomed out further, and like I liked that whole like vignette.
That was cool for sure. I liked Mnemonic a lot. I forgot about Mnemonic. Mnemonic was very good.
Mnemonic, yeah. That was just a very nice and lyrical game.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the whole like characterization of Hades we created in Kubrick.
Oh god.
When
Kubrick
they
was a
announced that,
ride.
like, Disney was going to be doing a live action Hercules, and I'm like, no, you got to come to us. We'll do it for you because
Oh
you're
my
all
God.
doing it wrong.
There
I
was a
want
moment
to
of that.
watch that.
There was a moment that was so good. August put music in it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I liked that part a lot. Oh my gosh. We need to get Ben back so you can finish that movie that doesn't exist because I want to watch it.
Same.
Let me tell you, when it got to the end of the second episode of that, and I was like, we're already this far into the movie, but I want the rest of this Hercules movie. but where is it? So I was very
you and
sad.
us both.
A favorite moment for me was the closing of Flotsam with the face-off with Lyndon Draywood.
If you'd like to, you can run.
Yeah, that was just that the Flotsam arc felt like such a bit of a we struggled a little bit to get going with the system. I think we'll all happily and freely admit to that.
Yeah.
But
I never
when
struggled with anything a day in my life.
okay, but when we found that the characters were strong from the get-go, and when we found our rhythm and the story thread that we were pulling on, I love how Flotsam played out and how it ended. Absolutely, it was just like felt super cinematic. So
Yeah, no, Flotsam was good. Yeah, I think you could say that the podcast really hit its stride in Flotsam.
It's gonna be like that, is it?
No, I'm sorry. Anyway, but no, it was very good. Flotsam had a lot that I liked. It was the first thing I did, so I liked it. It means a lot.
next question. What's a character choice you would want to change if you could? I actually like this question because one, stories are what they are and they happen organically, but one of the things about like role play is that often when you're doing it over voice, and I think this was something we touched on in our season 1 Q&A, is there's that slight pressure of being live where sometimes you might make a decision that you look back and go, oh, I wish I'd played that a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cool head scratchy question that I'm now going to sit here and go, are there any character choices that I would want to change? Because I'm somebody that likes to let things ride, but I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, same. Oh, go ahead, August.
I definitely, and I mean, this is something that we've talked about behind the scenes a bit. I didn't really feel good about how I played some of the stuff with Marius and Firebrands. Like, I feel like we told a good story, but it's just the way that Marius fit into that universe. It's not something that I really enjoyed playing out. So it was just, I think I would definitely make some different choices if we played through those games again with those characters. So.
I wish that I had maybe made some bolder choices during the riot starts. I really liked the dynamics and everything. I think we've talked about going back to the riot starts and those characters again, and I really would like to. But I feel like I could have been bolder, and that's one of the things that I will happily salute a couple of my fellow players on this podcast with is I worry that I tend to make safe choices a lot of the time, and I wish I made braver ones. So
I'm gonna not second that about you, but second that about myself too. Is I also feel like sometimes I make either my choices are super impulsive and that I barely remember making them later, or like I play it safe. And yeah, so I want to. I guess like there aren't a lot of choices I've got looking back that I wish I'd done differently, but I know moving forward I want to start making, especially for characters that are supposed to be like assholes. I do sometimes regret like that I'll introduce a character that I like want to be kind of a dick, and then I end up making like nice choices anyways because I'm bad at being mean.
I've been trying to think of one that's funny, but one that I actually would think about a lot is making it more explicit that Steady is the Queen's dad in For the Queen, because that spoilers for Spindle Wheel, but that became like a more prominent part of their character, and that was something I had thought about when we played For the Queen, and but I never actually said it out loud. And so, if I if I'd said it out loud, people, it would have been more explored, but it wasn't. But that's
Kales is here.
welcome.
Kales.
Hi, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're good. We're still on the first slide of
Excellent.
questions. So
Excellent.
Hello, Kels. Welcome back to the show.
Has anybody? We can always go back to the first slide as well. The earlier questions. But
No,
we're
keep
talking
going.
about if there are any character choices we would change if we could.
Oh, jeez.
I
Of
forgot
course,
to
we hit the hard one.
I forgot
Yeah.
to say a ship that is the best ship that's been shown on the show.
Yeah, it was y'all's favorite ships that don't involve your own characters and ones that do. So
I forgot to mention Jericho and Lorelai.
Oh, good.
Jericho and Lorelai are relationship goals, forever and always.
Love them.
Very good. Kales, you weren't here for, but I also said not as a ship, but as just a friendship of Steady and Sable.
They're so good. They're so good.
They're so good. If you want to know how good they are, $5 on the FTL Patreon.
Well, yeah, that might also go free at some point. We'll see.
We'll see. But
We'll
yes.
go free.
Do you want to
Fly,
hear it
little-
earlier than anybody else?
Fly.
$5 on the FTL
$5 on
Patreon.
a Patreon. There you go. That's the way to plug it.
And our last question from Izzy is: which character has the most parent energy?
The Peony and Kari.
Yep.
That's it.
I would
Next
also
question.
I would add Minos to that list as well.
Yeah.
I've played multiple
No.
explicit dads.
Yeah, but also
Explicit
Jericho.
dads.
I feel like Jericho sits
That's
in the
FTL
McDonald's.
after dark.
But Jericho also, I feel, sits in the McDonald's corner of that triangle from the John Mulaney bit.
Want the food? We should get them the food.
And
Um,
Steady has not exactly proven himself
No,
the
Steady is not
greatest dad.
Steady is a bad dad. But Minos is not. Minos is bad.
But Minos has good vibes. I think it might. Part of it's the jumpers, absolutely.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the question then, Zachary, is that where do your characters fall on that McDonald's, one black coffee, we have food at home triangle of your canonical dads?
Well, can we draw that onto a slide and we'll assign all of our characters on that triangle as a question?
Oh my
Somebody
God,
else
that's funny.
do that, because if I do that, it'll switch to that slide while I'm editing.
Yeah, I
so.
got it.
We will address the essential John Mulaney question later in the Q&A.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Sweet. Should we go to the next slide? Thank you for all the questions, Izzy. Super appreciate it.
All right, next slide.
Next slide.
Oh, nope, wrong.
This is the
Just
flurry
giving
of
away
questions.
Danielle's entire hand here, huh?
I thought about putting the last one on a single slide, but I decided I was just going to put Danielle on blast immediately.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
Incredible.
Bless.
Okay, so first question from Danielle. What was your... We talked about this a little bit with Izzy's question, but this is a little bit more specific and a narrower focus. What was your favorite or most memorable character moment of the season or of season 2? Which is cool, because rather than it being like a outer moment, just like that you did with one of your characters.
Carrie and Soul held hands.
They did.
That's the most emotion that Soul has shown
I know.
since she slapped Meryl across the face.
It's true.
Oh, jeez.
A moment I love that isn't one of mine, but considering that he's only been on screen once, Adlai facing off at, in the dungeon dilemma against the Nega Adlai.
Honestly,
Dark
the
Adlai.
entirety of the dungeon dilemma was just so good.
Very good character moments for the entirety of the dungeon dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. That arc was so much fun. I want to get all the people who follow me on Twitter to if you listen to nothing else from our podcast, please just listen to this one arc.
You know what you could do, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
You could put together a list of the arcs you recommend people listen to, so we could put it on the website.
I should probably do that, huh?
Sam, I will
Not
literally
having to
write
do that.
it for you. Just give me the arc numbers.
I'm sorry. I forgot the thing that I was being waited on for.
One of I'll answer this with another one of mine, and then I'll let everybody else go. But one of my favorite moments, and it is one of the few moments that I have genuinely teared up playing, was between Sable and Every in the ruined house in part 2 of City of Gulls, where Every is desperately trying to understand about themselves, that Sable knows something but doesn't know what. And it was this amazing crystallization of so much of what Cows and I had been talking about behind the scenes. And to have that moment just happen. Like, they have moments that are more intimate later, but that scene was so charged. And it was just
I mean, I still feel it every time I listen to it.
Yeah.
It ends up so good.
Yeah, so that's definitely one of my most memorable character moments. Like, when I think about stuff I've done on Follow Leader that I'm proud of, like, that's right up there. So... Thank you for all your capital letters in the chat.
I like all the stuff I did that other people like.
I'm looking back over the notes that I took when I was listening to Flotsam on flights to see if there's anything that I can point out, and there's so many. I don't go into any specifics, but there's so many things where I just put Minos in all caps, so I think that counts.
That's a big mood.
So
Says some shit sometimes.
If you like. you can run.
That was
Yeah.
very good. I think I really liked the part in Stew Pot where Sable like took Marius by the ear and then laid them out on the floor because they were being a dumbass.
Finally! Oh, finally, someone put Marius in their place. Speaking of putting Marius in their place, I just remembered Ruben's clapback to Marius staring at their leg in the dance scene in the first Fire Rends game, and being very impressed with that as someone who would never be able to do that in their own life.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, we're good at podcasts. Sorry, I just got like a little emotional. Like, hey, we're doing this.
One of my favorite questions, and some of these are stated on the website ftlcast.com. But what was your favorite game to play over seasons 2 and 3, and why?
There's so many games.
We played so many games. I really liked playing Coffee Shop AU. One-on-one games are like really intimate in a kind of like a really fun and really rewarding way, but also just like being able to just sit down and be like, all right, let's be the most on our bullshit as possible, even more than we usually are on this podcast, was just like so good.
Similarly, Lightning Kissed.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't do Lightning Kissed on this list, because it's like in that weird in-betweeny space.
Yeah, because we didn't number it.
Yeah. I'll just drop it in at the bottom of this. I'll put it somewhere in the middle. That won't be confusing.
I don't necessarily know if that was my favorite game. No. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about This Town is Full of Monsters, but...
What? Tell us again. Wait, how do you feel about This Town is Full of Monsters? I don't...
You feel a
don't know.
particular way about This Town is Full of Monsters? I have no idea.
How would I be surprised?
I liked Echo a lot.
Oh, I loved Echo, yeah.
Echo
Just
ended
the
up really
mechanics of that one
good.
was fun.
Echo was fun because I got to make up a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, you
it was so
did.
good. It was good bullshit.
It was good bullshit. I feel like out of all of us, Zach is the best at just like coming up with the most entertaining and the most like rich bullshit possible.
Off the
Like-
top of his head. How do you do it?
I'm
Yeah,
so jealous of this ability that you have.
I don't know if it got kept in, but that intro that Mab used for parts 1 and 2 of 2 and 3 of Fall of Elsinore, I just said.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
I kept it
I was-
as the intros for part 2 and 3.
I
was
saw
just-
that. I just didn't know if you kept
Oh
it.
yeah,
the
I
part
cut it
where
out of
said-
the episode
Yeah.
because I had issues editing in general.
Yeah, I kind of slur a couple words in there. That's because I just said it without prompting. That's my superpower, Cap.
It is your superpower. It's incredible.
Also, I put the McDonald's Matrix in. Everyone can edit it, so put your shit where you want to put your shit.
Epic.
I can't do it right now, but I'll do
You
it when
can,
we get
but
there.
Everyone else can.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think my favorite game that we played, or at least that I played in, Uneven Orbits was really good. Like the system, I mean, okay, the system is definitely meant for a little snappier play, but I just loved relishing in all the things that could go wrong and how these emotionally damaged people bounced off each other in that confined space.
Mechanically, I really love Stewpot.
Stewpot's so
Stupid is
good.
amazing.
Stewpot's a very well-made game that I
There are-
enjoyed.
There are a couple of games that got played as ARCs that I got to play when we did the 24-hour charity stream with the Roomware folks. And yeah, I got to play both For the Queen and Stewpot during that. And yeah, love those systems. But games that I actually played in, I've not talked about it too much, and my ongoing inability to remember the name, but I opened the PDF so I could check. I really enjoyed playing with Fire Thy Affections Hold a Wing, because that had some really fun mechanics in it that made it really engaging to play. There was some like tactile elements that August and I managed to make work, and it's just I have a very vivid memory of playing that game, not just the story, but just being sat at my computer and the feel of playing it,
Yeah,
which is fun.
the ending made me
So-
like get misty.
Yeah. And yeah. While I share friend of the show, Riley's opinion on the name of Icarus, I did enjoy playing it. Like the bones of the system, though we did run into the issue of our tower didn't
Even
fall.
though the tower never fell.
But I still liked the way you built up a society, and we had some real interesting discussions with that game, and I found it
Made
mechanically
some
very interesting.
lore. I got to be a bad guy. Listen, sometimes I'll say, like in an episode, like, "Oh, I guess this means I'm the bad guy," and people think that means that I don't want to be the bad guy. No, I'm saying that because I relish being the bad guy.
You're just very deadpan when you say, "I guess I'll be the bad guy." Just like, "Oh, are you sure?" Because we're all
And
compassionate
it's
beings.
like you really don't have to be, and you're like, no,
Oh no,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna.
No, I'm gonna.
Mhm.
It's like that moment in Over the Golden Wall, just like, "I'll be there." No, we can't make you do that. What do you want to do? I want to be the bad guy.
It's just fun when there's a bad guy.
Agreed. I wish I was better at doing it, which is one of the things that I'm aiming for in season 4
Same.
and beyond.
I've been running masks for the last couple months, and I'm learning to be mean to players in that, and so I'm taking that forward with me.
I actually learned something. I actually realized something very important about myself and bad guys about 3 days ago, and I went, "Oh, that's why I don't play a lot of morally gray characters." And I'm not going to say it because it's basically trauma, but let it just be known that it turns out I do have a reason why I'm incapable of playing characters who are not nice.
Yeah.
It's a mood.
Does anyone else have favorite games that they have? Did we go through everybody?
I have one more game that I want to say that was like actually my favorite. It hasn't come out yet, but I played Hot Gay Bro Dragons with the person who wrote that game. Holy shit. By the end of that game, my face hurt from how much I was smiling.
Taylor's games are so good. Taylor also wrote With Fire Thy Affections Hold a Wing, two very different takes on dragon games.
True. I just like, I wanted to just be like, holy shit. Like, out of every game I've ever played for this podcast, that was the one I enjoyed the most.
Alrighty. Next question. Which character did you learn the most about? I don't know whether this is our own characters or which of other people's characters, but interesting question either way.
I learned about everybody's characters that they had before I joined because I didn't know them before.
Okay, from Danielle in the chat, I heard they made Hot Gay Bro Dragons because people didn't interpret WFTAHW as fucky enough. Fair.
The reason why I bought With Fire Thy Affections Hold a Wing is because I saw a tweet from Taylor saying that of all the times he'd heard the game being played, nobody ever interpreted the middle scene as the romance scene, and I immediately went and bought it because it's like, oh, I must have this in my life.
For me,
So,
I probably learned the most about every across that would have been season 3. I feel like I know them a lot better now.
Yes. For the podcast later, Danielle has clarified that she meant your own characters, or our own characters that we learned most about. And
Okay.
For me, for me, it was Rascal.
Yeah, you certainly did. We all learned a lot about Rascal.
I don't think anyone expected that to happen.
Yeah, that was.
I don't
that was
think
something
anyone
else.
expected that.
Let me just say, I need to find. I started watching Kippo, the Land of the Wonder and the Wonder Beast earlier today, and there are the Timber Cats, and one of them just has real strong Rascal in Call of Cthulhu energy, and I need to find
I
it.
gotta watch that video. I wonder what is gonna happen with that blood egg that Rascal left at the end of Echo.
Oh, I wonder.
I wonder.
Question.
That's a real question. I have no idea what we're gonna do with that.
We need to get back to you on that one, Zach. We need to get back
We'll
to you.
talk about that.
We need to
Yeah.
talk.
I'll put a pin in that.
Huh.
I feel like, and this kind of goes back to the question about like if I could change a character choice I made. I feel like I learned the most about Marius these past 2 seasons because I learned that they need to not have a lot of money, because if they have a lot of money, they turn into somebody that I can't comfortably play. Hi.
Yeah,
Who's
Nick is here.
Baby? Oh,
Cat has an opinion on that.
it's a cat named Denise.
Yeah.
Anise.
Oh, Anise. I thought it was Denise, which I was gonna say is
Oh,
a
no.
great name for a cat.
That's also
That's a good name for a cat.
No, all of my pets are named after foods, so it's like the spice.
Oh, okay. Another character I learned a lot about through playing was Hereafter, because Hereafter has. I feel like Hereafter is a complex character that I really enjoyed exploring, even though a lot of people think he's just a bad guy.
I like that. character.
I do. Hereafter is so fun to listen to.
Hereafter is bastard, but I love him. I feel like I learned like the most about like Galen as a character, I think. Because I feel like before these couple of seasons, he was a relatively one-dimensional character. That was, rich and spoiled, has a good heart, but like totally misguided. But like I like sort of dug in deeper and like, he's got a love of art, and he's got he's more of a character now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All we had to do was send him to hell.
Poor guy.
Does anybody have any characters that they learned a lot about?
No. I didn't learn anything about my characters.
They never experience character growth. They are
I mean,
perfect.
it's stuff that I already knew about them. Like, I didn't go into it and going like, oh, wow, this actually surprised me. Except for, because, like, a lot of it is, like, with Temel and Carrie, I've worked on them behind the scenes for other projects. So I kind of already had, like, a really good idea of who they were as people and directions that they could go. Davy's arc is really built on tropes. So it was just kind of like, well, nothing too surprising there. I built him being a Hamlet in space, but Anastasia AU. I don't remember who else I played as characters. I think I just played those 3 characters. Oh, my character in Mnemonic, I also had her from another story behind the scenes. And then, like, with Fatima, I knew what her arc would be. So it's like a lot of the characters, I already knew where I wanted them to go and what I wanted them to do, just from behind the scenes work, or they didn't have a chance to do a character arc. So I wasn't surprised by any of them.
Actually, I think I do have an answer, which is surprising me too. Because I think the thing is that, like, Sable really surprised me by turning out to be more of a cleric than a paladin. Which wasn't intending to go in that direction, but shit happens. I don't think they're particularly eager, but if I have their character sheet as being paladin, but they're probably more like a cleric actually, and so it's very weird for me to be like trying to reconcile that. But we'll see more of that at some point, I think. We'll get there.
We will. That's a cat making a lot of noise.
I'm sorry. I'll mute myself while
She's a loud baby.
She's a loud baby.
She demands
Uh,
attention.
I learned a lot about Steady because Steady was just a character sketch before I started playing him this season. I just knew he was a cool Sun Paladin. Cool. He was a stern Sun Paladin played by Idris Elba as Heimdall, and that was all I knew. And then I learned a lot of stuff about him as I played him. That was a lot of fun.
Cool.
What? Which the? Yeah. That the very last question. Okay. So if we learn everything there is to learn about our characters, how do we
I
decide?
think we have, but it's okay.
How do you decide which universes to revisit?
Sometimes it depends on who's together,
Also,
like who's doing the recording.
Also, sometimes we just we get to the end of a recording and we go, we just made a really fucking cool setting. I don't want to abandon it. Let's do it again. Let's come back here because I like it.
I think we had that happen when we did the Sundered Land. I think that was kind of one of the things that the reason why the City of Trolls was established was because we went, well, we sure said some shit, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, and sometimes it I'm thinking about Space Squirrels in particular. It came down to it, and it's man, we ran out of time, but we still want to do this. So
it was when we first were doing Uneven Orbits, it was just oh my god, wait, do we have this day free? We have to, oh my god, pick up in a week. Like we gotta do it.
Yep.
It was wait a second, all 4 of us are available on the same day, we gotta do it again!
Yeah.
I think also it might come down to when we have an idea about what to do in the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, things that'll be fun to have happen in a recurring universe. I think the open world nature of some of our universes mean that we can just kind of be well, we could do this, but also what if we did this and just set it in this world that we already have? Personally, I would love to. I was thinking about asking y'all this the other day, but I would personally love to see more in the underworld from the Riot starts.
Oh, we absolutely want to go back.
Yeah, as a listener of that arc, I want to go back. I'm take me back there. So
agreed.
That's me pitching to everyone else. Please play more in the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Brian's saying mood in the chat. Okay, he's signed on. We just need to schedule it.
We just need to figure, do we want to keep playing the Riot Starts? Do we want to do it in a different game that could have a different end state? It's a lot of questions, but let's ask those questions later.
Sorry, I just got really excited.
Which character who is not yours do you want to see more of? Let's just go down the list in the Discord call for people to answer.
Making me forget who characters are again. I'm just kidding.
All right, let me open up the character list.
But yeah, so Zach, who do you want to see more of? Who you don't play?
Who does Zach want to see that I don't play? You said something about a list?
I have opened up the character gallery at ftlcast.com.
ftlcast.com.
I have put it in the chat, though it might just mute it. I don't know.
There's also the one-shot characters that are on a different page as well, who aren't on the character gallery page. What's frustrating me about this question is just there's a couple from season 4 recordings or the bonus recordings that are going in between. Let me tell you, Zach has somebody in the works that y'all are gonna love, because those of us that were in that session and August who has edited it knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There is something truly transcendental coming out soon.
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow? Is that coming out next?
It's coming tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow.
Okay, wait. Please remind me
is it
which
coming?
arc this is.
That is.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a guest star for the very. If you are a fan of my previous podcast work, you're going to be extremely happy about this guest. And I'm going to say
It's
Tomorrow.
number 39. It's arc
Mhm.
39 in the server.
Yeah.
Sam.
Thank you.
it's I'm going to go
It's
do
still
this, and if
titled.
this is not cleaned out by the time I get
yeah.
back, I'm going to kill you. Is the line from that? Yeah, I would.
Forgot about how good that show was.
It was so good.
Extremely good. I would like to hang out with Hawkmore, Soul.
Aw.
It's been a long time. Soul's had some, Soul's obviously had some screen time since last she and my characters interacted, but I wasn't there for those. And I want to hang out with the mean lady.
What? Wait, was Uneven? I don't remember what order we did things in.
Uneven Orbits was after Flotsam.
Yeah, it sure was. Yep.
Wow.
Flotsam was a season ago.
It's incredible. And it's also wild. I look at like Flotsam, and then there's a bunch of stuff, and then the next thing I was on was For the Queen, and then Kubrick, and it was like I was a guest, and then there were like a few arcs, and then I was on every single arc for like four in a row.
Yeah, you sure were.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
Make it
really
up
were,
for
huh?
lost time.
did you miss me? I'm here.
Let me see. Who do I want to hang out with? Who do I want to see more of? Oh, so many. There's so many people. Oh, Parker.
Aw.
I don't. Wait a second. Apart from Echo, I think Echo was the first time I hung out with Parker in a hot minute. Hold on, I need to double check this real quick. Yeah. Hey, August. How come I didn't get to hang out with Parker for 30 arcs?
This is why y'all came to the Q&A, right? For us airing our personal beef about scheduling and characters.
No. I'm joking. I'm just like, goddamn. Parker was the first character I got to play with, and then I didn't play again with him
Yeah, you
until
know-
a year
Yeah.
and a half later.
It's the same thing. It was like, because I want to see Carrie and Parker interact again, because the only time that they interacted, I didn't like that arc. And so Carrie, that was just the origins of Carrie the Mean Girl, but also she left partway through because we were playing Follow. But I want to play more with that good child.
Well, we've got chances to. Anyway.
We do.
I also want to meet the peony at some point, because I think I've been in multiple games where the peony has been referenced. And have
Only
never...
within City of Goals. She's a
yes.
character that like can't really exist outside of City of Goals.
No, for sure.
Oops.
I think she got mentioned in
Yeah, anything
in
where
Spindle
you were-
Wheel.
Yes, and
She
she's
did.
been mentioned in Echo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Philo in the chat, who just pointed out that meet the peony sounds like a euphemism for dying.
Yup.
Watch out,
Amazing.
Marius, or you're gonna meet the peon. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, going back down the list. August, who do you want to hang out with?
August,
August.
are you?
Oh no. Oh
Did you cut
no.
out?
You're back.
Am I back? Like
Yeah.
You're
here.
back.
Okay.
Back.
So I would love to hang out with Hereafter. I don't know whomst I would like to hang out with Hereafter with, but I would love to hang out with Hereafter.
Every single option is glorious.
God. I feel
Let's,
like
make a deal.
I feel like Marius and Hereafter would be the biggest of disasters. But yeah. That's my pick.
Sam?
I feel like I want to see more of Juniper. You know? I want to see more Junie.
And as long as you refer to her as Junie, I will keep her away from you on principle.
No!
Please tell Meridian about Junie. Please.
Do not.
Mab.
Mab.
I would love more Meridian, in general, always. I just a lot of the characters that interact with mine. So it's just like I want to bring back like Joe and Davy vibes, and Meridian and Davy vibes, and wait, like who are all these characters? No, I'm just kidding. And then I had another answer. Oh yeah, and Adlai. I really would love to see more Adlai.
I'd also like to see more of Adlai. I would like to see any of Zach's characters come back because I like all of them. And for all that Zach's done multiple arcs, I think only Steady has been repeated as a character, and Rascal. So, but any and all, they're all fun. I did just have the really fun thought of Kari and Hereafter meeting. I think that's just me thinking about fan service because I'm fairly certain a number of people might implode because I'm terrible. Like
All right, what arc do we get all of the hot characters into?
Apparently, I need Pit Crews.
You do need pit crews.
I'd like to point out Pit Crews are universally kind of shitty for making male characters. Like, there's a couple out there, but generally they're not great for it.
Yeah,
So
there's a couple
what I'm
of
gonna
good
have
ones.
to do is I'm just gonna have to buy WWE 2K20, and I'm gonna have to make all
Oh
my
my
characters come back.
god. Please.
Amazing.
I can also send you some of the good male pit crews that I have found to make characters like Meridian, who's a little bit more mask leaning than most of my other characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, we should do like a WWE like FTL character creation.
God, that would be
Live
so-
stream.
You want to do like a
Rumble.
Monster Factory thing, but with our FTL
God.
characters.
Yeah.
Ryan is having
Um,
so much fun in the chat right now.
I think
He's so excited.
Orange Groves, or at least someone that like they did like a thing where they made characters fight each other.
Brian's
those were just
playing the
pop
game.
culture characters. Yeah. All right, Brian. I guess we're going to talk. It's too bad because obviously WWE games haven't been good since 2008. So, but we keep buying them to make characters of them.
No, I'm just thinking about the next question.
Okay, so the next question is whose paladin would win in a fight? We have 3 paladins in active rotation now. One is Patreon exclusive and hasn't even dropped on Patreon yet. So otherwise,
So 2.
she would win, and none of y'all would be able to do anything about it.
Wait, isn't Adlai a paladin?
That's
Wait.
what I meant. So
Sure
what we've got-
is.
So we have Adlai, Sable, Steady. Do we have any other paladins in seasons 2 and 3?
Is Kari not a paladin? Like vibes?
Kari was a joke as a paladin. Oh, morning. D&D was a joke, and Kari was a paladin in D&D.
That's what I meant. Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't know if that still counted.
I don't think that
D&D
counts.
is a joke.
There is Mr. Sir Hyde Raw.
Yes.
You can't have 2 paladins in the fight, Zach. That's not fair.
You're not allowed to have 2. How come Mom lets you have 2 paladins?
Some of us barely have one.
I
Some
don't-
of us don't have any.
I don't have any.
I don't.
I
yeah.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
So this is right. Okay.
Hyde
So-
Raw is an anti-paladin, of course, because he's an evil paladin. He's a lawful evil. Anyway.
Okay. Well, let's say between Sable, Steady, and Adlai, who wins in a fight? Let's just go down the Discord call order. Who wins out of those
Not Adlai.
How dare you? Adlai has been a faithful city guard for
You know
over
he would
20
not win.
years.
You know he would not win.
He's got a big sword and a shield, and he knows how to use them.
And
Lose
so
the
many
sword.
crises.
He has a lot of emotional issues, but that doesn't matter.
I don't think I've ever
He
seen
is
that out of life.
will so be crippled.
It's the Dungeon Dilemma Karma arc.
Okay.
It's my fantasy Javert.
Okay, so
but
just imagine it's a fantasy Javert. Then who wins?
Okay, right. Let's go down this list. Who are we betting on for this? Whose paladin wins in the fight? Zach, who wins?
I mean, it's mean to say Steady, but I don't know what
He is pretty big.
Well, the thing is, I don't know how Sable fights. Because Sable didn't fight anybody in the games that we played together. So, in lieu of Sable fight, I mean, Steady wouldn't fight. He would kick the shit out of this Javert kid. I don't know what the hell that is.
His name is Adlai.
Yeah.
My money is on Adlai going out first.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
I have to put my money on Adlai because he's my boy. But you are correct, and he would lose.
So, I think the thing about Sable is that they're just kind of like step back, lean against their staff, and watch what happens. And if it looks like someone's about to die, then they step in. But other than that, they're kind of just like, no, I'm perfectly happy watching all of this.
Staff
you do
paladin.
what you want. Because the thing is that like the whole thing what I was saying before about Sable not being a paladin is that Sable doesn't usually fight. Like,
Yeah,
I want
that's the
Sable to
thing.
have a big sword, but most likely they just hate it.
Steady doesn't have a sword. Steady just uses fists.
Steady's looking for his sword. That's the whole point of Steady's arc.
He is looking for his sword.
The whole point is that Steady doesn't need a sword because his armor is bonded to his body.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm absolutely putting my money on Steady here.
Yeah, you know, I'm also gonna put my money on. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, also putting my money on Steady because Sable would abstain and Steady would kick Adlai's ass.
Yeah.
Sable's like, I'll be over here with the healing word when you need it. I'll lay on hands anyone, but
Yeah,
And Adlai's just like, I believe in justice and therefore I must fight you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Philo Hazard in the chat says last time Steady had a sword, a city blew up, and that's why she doesn't have a sword meme.
Yep. Uh-huh.
All right.
Steady is the Chuck Norris meme of
Oh god.
God.
Lordy. All right, and the last question from Danielle, because yes, we are going to call you out for asking this question. Who is Daddy?
Daddy
It's the
crab,
crab.
obviously.
Yep.
Daddy
Kale, same
crab.
hat. Me and Kale's just answered the same at the exact same time.
Obviously,
We're very
Daddy
insane.
crab.
Obviously, it's the crab from our Quiet Year game.
Lord,
Daddy Crab is Daddy.
does anyone have an objection to this?
No.
This is the best way to answer this question. All right, should we go to the next slide?
Is he in the chat? Wouldn't Daddy Crab have the most parent energy?
He does have the most children.
That's true.
So, all right, next
You
slide.
can have the most children and not have good parent energy. I'm just saying.
This is so true. All right, next slide.
Excuse me. From Philo. First question we have from them. What were y'all's favorite game mechanics this season?
A tower that doesn't fall over.
The dice that wouldn't let us kiss.
I didn't play it, but I'm going to give it to For the Queen because that's so. The notion of building your character through the cards that you draw, as well as your story, is super cool to me. I love that, and it feels so different to everything else that we really play. For a group that the central conceit of our podcast is playing characters over and over again. For the Queen is really interesting contrast with that, and play For the Queen if you haven't already. It's good shit.
Really
It's really good.
It's
I
really
highly recommend playing for the Queen, but you change all references to the Queen to the Jedi, and the last card is Order 66 has just been issued. Who do you point your gun at?
I'm gonna go cry over Clone
Heartbreaking.
Wars again.
Jesus
Stop it.
Christ.
It's
That's
good.
that's a good hack of that game.
It's been sitting.
You literally have to change nothing else about the game.
Mhm.
I love this, actually.
Yeah,
This is
right.
great.
We talked about it during our live. Well, no, we didn't talk about it during the live stream.
We played it.
It would no.
We didn't.
We wanted
We're
to.
going to.
Because it would have been too like
Depressing.
heavy to do in the middle of the night. Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah.
I really did not want to play it at 11 o'clock at night. No, but it's still on the docket. We should do it.
Mhm.
Guess who's
We'll
here?
get Riley back in for it.
We have another thing on the pending someday docket with Riley that we got to get to.
Yeah, we
have
need
a
to get
lot
it scheduled.
pending on the
Hey,
dock.
We have a lot pending.
But yeah, back to mechanics. Anyone else
Uh,
got a favorite mechanic? From
Yes,
any of the
I
games?
loved all the games in Stupat. And I loved the different tokens in the Riot Beacons. The Riot Starts.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love the riot starts.
Mm.
Riot Starts. That whips. That shit whips.
I also really like the cards with the for the Queen. How like different it is from the rest of it. Hello.
There's some mechanics in season 4 that we just did that I really liked, but we can't talk
Yeah.
about it.
I'm like that, like I was like trying to like be like what were the mechanics of the games we played in season 3? Because all I can think about is the ones we played in season 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I really like the mechanic in Stewpot where you trade your adventurer experience to do certain things, and in doing so you gain the townsperson experience. That's just really fun and really interesting.
Yeah, that's very good. Stewpot is a good game.
Yeah.
Stupid is a very good game.
Please go give Takuma your money.
Any other game mechanics people want to shout out? Or should we move on to the next one?
No, but speaking of Takuma, I accidentally went to her island today in Animal Crossing because I was trying to go somewhere else. Her island's
Wow.
really pretty. She's got like a whole walking trail and everything. It's cool.
My island sucks.
Mood.
I've
My
got nothing
island
to
non-existent.
I forget. It's like once a week. I'm like, oh, I should go and buy a shit ton of turnips so that I can make some money this week, and then I forget that I just don't play all week. I'm a bad island representative.
All right. Before we get sucked into the vortex that is Animal Crossing talk, I'm only better because I don't play. Are there any scenes that you'd have loved to play out but didn't have recording or game time for?
All right,
is
let's
part
break
of-
out the
this is-
list.
Yeah, this is part of why we end up doing part 2s. Because we're just like, we got to go back. But yeah, are there any things people maybe would have wanted to expand on? Or, yeah.
Just the
I have-
entirety of mnemonic.
Mnemonic was good.
There's still so much from Uneven Orbits that we didn't get to do that I really wanted to do.
Yeah, a lot. We went on a long time, and we still didn't do nearly as much as we wanted to do for that.
Yeah. Question of which universes we revisit? Dun-dun!
Pretty much.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes down to, well, I guess we've got to do a part 2, and then some of it comes down to, well, we're gonna keep playing this eventually, right? Because there's some juicy stuff that could happen in City of Gulls in response to, Echo and
Everything.
yeah,
Everything.
in response to Redacted from season 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I've been just thinking a lot about.
So, I mean, yeah.
I would have loved to have been able to spend more time in Flotsam, but we ended up having such a tight game. Like, story-wise, it was very like, this scene immediately follows this scene. And I'm really proud of this. Yeah. I love the story we told, but, like, I would have loved to have seen, like, quieter moments. Like, we established that Theo and Minos knew each other, but we didn't really get to do much with it, and that there was this beef with Sol, and that Davy and Theo already had this antagonistic thing. And like, as I felt like the world was so rich, and we got such a narrow little chunk of time there, and I wish we'd had more chances. But that's a universe that we all really like, as you know by now. Uneven Orbits is Space Kingdom, is the same world as Flotsam. So those things are going to be colliding.
We've gone back. Now it's time to go forward.
Bigger Flotsam.
When I say now, I mean at some point.
Bigger Flotsam, which finally has an actual title.
Oh, really? What? No, it's Bigger Flotsam forever.
It's Bigger Flotsam forever, but it actually has a title now.
Also Riot Starts. I saw Philo you saying in the chat, and yes, that's part of why we want to go back, because there's a lot of room for those characters to do more. And just, yes, want to see more of it. Like, I tell you what, and this is totally gratuitous, and it's something I forgot about. I remembered when I had to go away from my computer. Whoever it was who said about shipping the Queen and Juniper in the Riot Starts had that galaxy brain moment.
First of all.
Yep.
That's extremely galaxy brained. Love it.
Wait.
Galen would be extremely upset about it.
Didn't I say that?
You may
Was
have
it
said
you?
that.
I think it was me.
But like the NPC, like that was really cool, and just like because we did such good character work with such little things that we saw of those characters, again, just generally more of those people interacting. So yeah, need to organize that
Someday. I mean, game time, when it comes down to, like, thinking way the fuck back, Coffee Shop AU. We always intended to go back and do a second episode of that, and we didn't. But,
well, we still have time.
We still have time. It got lost in the shuffle a little bit. But, I want Galen and Arthur to finally kiss. I just want them to kiss. I just want them to get to kiss. They were invented for each other.
Yep. It's true.
Or rather, Arthur was invented so that Dora could bribe me to come join a game that they were running. Sorry, August could bribe me to join a game. But, yeah.
Listen, it was good shit.
It was good shit. Dora makes good hot old men. Sorry, August makes good hot old men. I'll get it.
Bless.
Anyone got anything else?
I remembered wishing that we had had more like scenes in for the Queen. We played it very tightly.
Yeah, that was a very tight game.
Mm-hmm. I also would have
liked
to have
one episode too.
Yeah, that's why it was so tight. Yeah, I also would have liked to do more scenes, more like scenes in Fall of Elsinore.
Yeah.
Because we were very directorial in that game, which is a lot of fun. We didn't actually get as much of a chance to like have our characters bounce off each other as we have in
it was weird, like having a character creation and then having no mechanic to actually let them interact with each other.
Yeah, it's tricky because there's a lot of games that we've played that are very directorial in that way, and it's like, but how do I get them to talk to each other?
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't. I'm sure there's frame a scene to explain how this is happening, but that's usually like a vignette to describe whatever the card was.
Yeah.
It was less. It didn't give as many opportunities to have direct character confrontation.
And I guess that's just because the purpose of the game isn't to do like in-depth character work. But
which is funny because on one level we could have just been playing abstract like factors or features of the city with how much
I
we
think
got
like
into it.
giving it to characters also just kind of like helped with putting personal stakes in it. Like at least for Fatima, in her case, it was a lot of, it's like I do wish we could have had like more of that in-depth look at things, but it having the character gave it a lot more of a personal stake for her because
Totally.
of who she is.
yeah.
Really? Next slide.
Let's go.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Thank you for the questions, Philo.
Thank you for the questions, Philo.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so the next questions are from Anya. The first one, the first one is for everyone. What character do you enjoy playing the most and why?
We go down the list.
Yep.
Down the Discord call.
That's me first, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I get for having a name that starts with B and my nickname that starts with B.
The Zachary.
The biggest of brothers.
Biggest of brothers. That's who. See, the thing is I like playing all of them the most. I was about to say, I like Rascal and Hereafter, and also Jericho, and also and also Sam Shelby. I really liked Artesia. So yes, I don't have. I mean, I guess Hereafter was the most fun on a certain level because he was just ridiculous. Hereafter had a lot of physical acting that was very fun to write, to speak, to narrate. I also really like the character that I'm going to be playing in the next episode.
It's very
he
good.
He was a very good character. Listen to tomorrow's episode.
I also really like the character you played in the episode we recorded yesterday, which you guys won't hear
Forever.
Months.
forever.
For the entire summer, y'all. It's not coming out until September.
We got a
Oh
good
my
buffer.
god, guys, we have too much backlog, I think.
No.
No.
Never-
We do
never
not
too
have
much
too much backlog.
Except when it comes to Patreon stuff. Anyway,
Who's your favorite
so
character to play?
that's my answer.
Kales?
I'm thinking.
Do you want us to come back to you?
There's an easy answer, and then there's a really obvious answer. Obvious
Is it
for anyone who
perhaps
knows me
Ruben?
really well.
It's fine. You're among friends here. It's just us and the people watching on Twitch and the
Sam,
people that
Sam,
eventually
are you
listen
about
to
to
this.
guess?
Is it Ruben? Perhaps.
Oh, actually, it's not. That is
Okay,
the
that's
easy
fair.
answer. But I think the obvious. I think the answer for anyone who knows me really well is that it's Blackjack. I love my
Valid.
son.
Let's
I
your
love
son
my
whom you
stupid,
love.
idiot, dumbass son.
This is how I feel about all of my dude characters.
Yeah. I mean, the other easy answer is Meryl because she's just me, and I don't have to worry too much about am I making correct character choices because I'm literally just playing myself, so I can just have a blast with it. But I love Blackjack so much. That's my boy.
That's your son.
August.
I keep thinking, well, I like playing this character a lot because, but wait, what about this character? I like this character because, I think I'm gonna go with Marius, though.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Yeah, just because there's such a butthead.
Hashtag Marius is cancelled.
I love playing their combination of, like, quasi self-absorption, self-righteousness, and just them thinking that they know everything. It's very, very, very fun.
Sam.
Sorry, I just noticed my door was open. I have like two. I mean, one of the characters I enjoy playing the most is Keta because
I thought
you know
you were
she's
gonna
sort
say
of-
that too.
Look, she was like my first tabletop character. And so I play her a lot because like she's like meaningful to me, but I also really, really enjoyed playing Adlai. I really liked playing this sort of like bastard old man who's just like, no, I'm angry and repressed. Don't talk to me, I'm angry.
God.
Adlai, you know, you get real angry when you're hungry. You should maybe have a Snickers.
Never. Sugar is bad for you. Slash the Snickers out of your hand.
Please draw that.
Jesus.
I really just want to
Absolutely.
see Adlai dramatically slapping a Snickers out of my hand. I just think that would be neat.
Absolutely.
Map.
I want you all to guess. I want to see what you guys guess, because you all seem to be going, oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Davey.
No, actually.
Carrie.
I like telling Carrie's story, but it's different than enjoying playing her the most.
Oh,
My brain is like dying. I'm suddenly forgetting that Temel.
No, again, Temel, I like telling her story, but a different...
Just
Close.
gonna go down the list of Mab's characters.
Is it Vines then?
It's definitely Vines.
Oh yeah, that tracks.
She's the highest chaos character, and
All
I
right.
can literally just get away with anything.
So let's get all of these characters into a room.
Oh boy.
Which one?
All of the characters we're naming right now.
All of her faves.
Oh, I named all of mine.
You didn't get
Yeah.
to pick one out of the hat.
Okay.
I guess you have to pick one for me.
Hereafter.
Here, all right. Hereafter and Vines. We could be Delgor
Jesus
Salesman.
Christ. Oh my god.
God.
What did you say,
Amazing.
Zach?
Holy shit.
We could be door-to-door salesman. Like a con artist version of those two assassins from the Umbrella Academy.
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
Amazing.
All right, here we go. We gotta,
Cut
what's
it.
the game?
Print it.
Gotta write the game.
Mhm.
Jade, round us off.
It's actually a really hard question to answer because I don't want to say it depends how you determine enjoy because I find playing my characters enjoyable in different ways. Like Theo rarely gets to have fun. Like Theo is probably one of my sadder characters. Ditto Every. But I tend to find there's both of those stories really engaging to play. Kari and Max and Coyote are fun for different reasons. They're also arguably the easiest to play, and they fit really neatly into other settings. Well, though Max just needs to play with more people. I don't think Max has ever played with anyone who isn't one of the girls. So I should rectify that at
Yes.
some point.
Yes, please.
But yeah, the person I think I have had the most fun playing was the character that you'll hear me play tomorrow. Because
I'm
I
so
got
lucky that I've already played Vines, so
Oh, you
Fine.
spoiled it.
it's fine.
That's
but yeah, I got
Something
to
to look
do.
forward to.
I got to do something I never really do with my characters on Follow the Leader. It's not quite. I said earlier about making brave choices. Sometimes
Brave and Stupid are very close cousins.
That is true.
But yeah, getting to play a character that I got to like just be silly with was real good. So, but yeah, so that's my answer. It depends on the game, and I enjoy playing them all in different ways. So yes, the reactions I get to Kari stuff tend to be the most satisfying. I will say
That's because I'm in love with him.
everybody loves Kari, or enough people do for me to feel fully vindicated for creating him. So, the next question from Anya, a nice easy one. What's your favorite story arc? And I'm gonna pick from seasons 2 and 3. And I'll spin on this like one that you're in and one that you're not in.
I have not listened to a lot that I'm not in.
Fair.
I am also. Well, I shouldn't say also. I'm a narcissist.
I have brain worms.
I have auditory processing issues.
Yeah, it's like
but
I barely
also
listen
have-
to the ones that I'm in.
Same. I can
Then
like
just-
barely make myself listen to the ones I'm in. I think I've listened to like 3 arcs total of our podcast.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Truth.
I liked Flotsam a lot. And so season 2 was Flotsam, and season 3 is a tie between The Riot Starts, Stew Pot, and Echo for me. Because all 3 of those were very. What did I say? So The Riot Starts 2. Yes, all those was everybody firing on all cylinders in very good ways. Everyone was great in those.
Chaos.
Everyone take a wild guess what my favorite arc from season
Okay,
2 was.
challenge is it cannot be this town is full of monsters.
Great.
I'm kidding.
No, actually, that's good. That actually does really help. Because everyone knows my favorite, blah, blah, blah. Can't get enough of the City of Gulls ever. Actually,
Is
probably.
really good.
Probably for season 2, if it's not This Town is Full of Monsters, it would also be Flotsam. Which I wasn't in. But that shit ruled. I was listening to that on flights to and from China. So good. So good. And then season 3, either Uneven Orbits or Stew Pot.
Nice. August.
I'm still. Wait, let me.
No.
I'm still super partial to In Dreaming Avalon. I feel like that was super tight. It was super funny, and also really poignant. But we keep forgetting about the holiday specials. Like,
Yeah,
House fucking slapped, y'all.
House was great.
Like, that was...
I need to actually finish listening to House, because I haven't finished it yet.
That game is really good. I feel like we told a really fun story. I'm sorry for fridging Sir Edward, but it still ended up, being really fun. Like, it was spooky. I just really, House is so underrated.
Martin writes good games is the thing.
Yeah. Catbox win.
Sam.
It's hard to find a favorite single story arc. I think the Dungeon Dilemma Karma one is up there for sure. for, season 4, Dungeon Dilemma Karma, 100%. Not season 4, season 3. We're recording season 4 right now. Brain.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah. I also, I kind of forgot how much I loved In Dreaming Avalon. It was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was so long ago. But, yeah, it was, right around when I moved back into my parents' house, it feels like. It was so long ago, but it was a really fun game. And it was, super tight. We did a really good job on that one. And so, yeah, that one too. And Coffee Shop AU, obviously, but that's just because I'm biased. Yeah.
Yeah. I do absolutely love Uneven Orbits in general. Obviously, I'm really biased towards the girls. And Dungeon Dilemma Karma was super fun. I know those are both season 3. I don't think we shout out Microscope enough.
I was thinking about Microscope too.
Fucking that game was the most wild shit ever.
We really just, absolutely went off the rails there.
Yeah.
We
and it was
fucking, I don't know
the
what
best.
happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a fugue state.
It was. But it was beautiful, and I loved
Also-
it.
This is what happens when Dad leaves us unsupervised.
I forgot to mention the Hanukkah special. The Hanukkah special was one of my favorites.
Hanukkah special, good.
Hanukkah special, good. I know it was just me and Kales as core podcast members, but it was a good time.
It was a fun time. Some good blackjack shit too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like the stories that we tell. I don't know what to tell you.
We tell good stories.
We tell good stories.
For me, season 2, I have to shout out to In Dreaming Avalon as well, and it's really gratifying to see how many people in the chat really like In Dreaming Avalon as well. I like it. It was the first time we had a guest player.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was also one of my partners, which made it fun in that regard for me. It had some of the biggest belly laughs I think we've had on the recording, and I find it interesting. August apologized for fridging Sarah, but I found that game I feel its ripples in other universes more. Maybe because it's easy pickings to draw on for drama. I don't know.
This is good.
But I like it. And I will I have to give a shout out to Flotsam from season 2 as well. And for season 3, I too really liked. I felt that the story in the Dungeon Dilemma Calm was good, but story Uneven Orbits super fun. But I might give it to the Riot Starts for a story arc, because God, that felt like the first couple of episodes of a TV series that I really want to watch. So yeah, I'll put my shout out there. But yeah, I'm really proud of the stories that we've told. I don't look over the list and go, nah, really on any of them, which I feels really a real accomplishment for a podcast that we've been doing for basically we're hitting our 2-year anniversary now. So
Been doing this for 2 years.
2 years.
It's pretty wild.
2 slutty years.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Not me.
The last question we got from Anya was, are there any systems you haven't played yet that we'd really like to in the future? I can shout out to the would like to play section of our server.
Hang on,
So
let me
listen.
see. Okay, so I have that section minimized. So we have
There's 9.
Yeah, we
There's
have
9 of them.
9 of them.
Dialect.
So y'all, okay. So I don't really know a lot about it, but I'm hearing a lot of things about this game called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh
You
my
can, like,
god.
We've already played that.
We've played it on the podcast already.
whatever you want it to be.
No,
It's
like we've
the
already
most-
played that
I'm gonna
game. We're not
I
going to
would
go
We
be
back
already
to
there.
played
it.
that one. We don't play games twice.
Yeah. We've already played
I
it.
am
Like,
literally
sorry.
this close to kicking you off the call.
I'm sure we can. I hear it's the world's most popular role playing game. I'm sure that we can hack it to be GM-less.
Hey,
You-
Zach, I have something important to tell you that I think you need to realize. You know that racism is one of our lines, right?
Yeah, that would make it hard to play the world's most popular role playing game.
Now, let me pitch you on something else. What if we played Interstitial?
What if we played literally
What if we played
any other
literally
game?
anything else?
Play another game.
You know,
yeah.
It's like on the Shrieking Shack. Instead of read another book, it's play another game.
That is. Listen, some people don't know, and other people are joking. I hate Dungeons and Dragons so much. I want to say that for the record, just in case. I hate it. Mike Merles needs to watch his fucking back.
I'm right there with you. I'm right
That's
there
a
with
big
you.
mood. Oh,
Anyway,
God.
one funny thing is that despite playing a lot of games that are based on it, I've never actually played Firebrands.
We could do
Mobile
Firebrands
Frontier.
again.
We could do another Firebrands game,
We
yeah.
could do another Firebrands. Philo brings up If Not Us Then Who, which is true.
Oh god.
Hasn't that been
We
on, is that
have
on our
to
list?
play If Not
Or is
Us
that
Then
on
Who.
our- I feel like that's on our list.
It's
not.
It's not.
It's
an-
not on the list.
That, if not, Son Who is, if I recall, by one Riley about Power Rangers.
Well, you know, it's Power Rangers
or
and
just any Sentai.
Sentai in general.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
also easily do it. I'd love to do Magical Girls with it because Magical Girls is like
That would be so
Sentai
good.
adjacent.
That's,
Let's do a Magical Girls game.
I do
Relatedly,
love Sentai though.
Sentai
Yeah.
is so good.
Ben has a hack of it called So Someday You Might Know the Truth, which is If Not Us Then Who, but like crime thrillers, which I would really love to do. Ben
yes,
also has a game in the works. I want to play every single one of Ben's games always, but Ben has a game in the works that's probably going to change a lot before it actually gets published. It's GMless Forged in the Dark that I really want to do. That I'm really excited about. I got to playtest that.
Someday I would like to play a Forged in the Dark game and enjoy myself.
Oh,
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 buddy.
buddy.
I really want to play Delver. I want to play.
I've heard-
I'm sorry. Did you say Street Magic, which is a microscope hack, but it counts anyway. I have a lot of games I want to play. Don't tempt me.
I've played it, but I would love to do for the show Iron Sworn.
Oh God, yes, yes. Hang on, I'm adding that to the.
Yeah, me and Jade played it for a game group, like our game group, like a while ago at this point. And that was a lot of fun. We played it in the normal setting, but like people are you can do it for like all sorts of settings, just like Dungeons and Dragons. But you know, it's rules light enough that you can do it for all sorts of stuff. So I
Sexy
think
Battle Wizards. Hey guys, what the fuck is Sexy Battle Wizards? I want to play that.
I've heard of
isn't
Sexy
that
Battle Wizards.
Grant?
it's probably Grand Hill.
I heard him play it. He ran it for Rusty Quill Gaming. Oh my god.
He just made a game, or is making a game that I'm really excited for, about Space Marines trying really hard not to kill people.
Amazing.
Games are really good, and
They're
he's
built
just a really
for
funny GM.
War. So Firebrands. I've also never actually finished a game of The Quiet Year or The Deep Forest, which is the monster
I was
hack
just
of it.
thinking I'd love to play The Quiet Year again.
I would also love to play The Quiet Year again, because it's been a really long time since I finished a game of The Quiet Year, and the last time I did it, it was with first graders, which was interesting.
Yes, I've also got a poison in me that is GMing.
I thought you were going to say Dungeons and Dragons.
No, listen, I sucked that poison out, spit it like a snake. Now I only play Pathfinder. I do play Pathfinder. Pathfinder Second Edition is a extremely well constructed game, especially compared to Dungeons and Dragons Fifth Edition. If you want to do imperialist, colonialist, violent fantasy, at least play Pathfinder instead of Dungeons and Dragons. But what I mean is, I have a huge list of other games I want to play that I can't play for this show.
Keep an eye on our Patreon.
Valid.
We're
Keep an eye on
working
the
our way
Patreon.
through some.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to trying to get hands on. You can check out Anytime You Can Never Leave.
Yes.
Really want to play that. There's what the fuck is it? I really want to play From Dusk Till Midnight.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
this.
Right. We played that. We also played that
played-
for our group.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Yeah, and I
I
really
gotta bring
love
that
the.
guy back.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be fun. And the Roomware Building the Bleed episode where they played From Dusk Till Midnight really lit a fire under my ass for wanting to play that game.
Sad
there's
mech
a lot of-
girls.
Sad Met Girls. But there's a lot of good two-player games out there. A lot of sad ones.
Yeah.
But also, like, I've been lucky enough. So we've played a few two-player games across seasons 2 and 3 with this wing. I'm just going to call it that. With Dragon Game, I'm sorry. With Lightning Kissed, with Coffee Shop AU. And I like the games that we get out of them. Like, what's great about our podcast is that everybody has really fun dynamics with everybody, but they all feel very different. Like, maybe I'll try and give it to everybody. We'll do a run of that's just all two-player games. Like, we'll do, like, I don't know, we'll figure something out, but that could be real fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I still really want to do that. We kind of pitched it for the live stream, and it didn't end up happening because of scheduling stuff to make sure everyone got to play, but it would have been very, very cool to do all.
Oh.
I have listed out all of the pairings. I'm ready to go.
What if we do it in the 10th month of the year and call it Co-Optober?
amazing.
Let's talk about this later. We've got one
Yeah.
more thing to talk about. Unless anyone
Yeah.
has any other systems they want to pitch, we got one more thing to go.
Yeah, final slide. This is important.
Most
It is
important
very
thing.
important.
Yeah, I need to add my characters.
Oh, that's right.
You can just tell us where they are. I realized I forgot to add vines.
Okay, so if you were here at the beginning of the stream, which I think everyone probably was, I said, I asked Zach where his dad characters fell on the McDonald's Matrix, and that led to us just putting all of our characters on the McDonald's Matrix. So here they are.
This is official. This is canon.
Ah!
And you can only see it if you're on the stream.
No, I can't Google
Okay.
Slides.
Why?
It's like
Is that all of these text boxes are way too big. I've been trying to make them smaller.
Jay
As
just
I've gone?
took up the entire screen with all of their text boxes.
I'm
I didn't know what it was
Calling you
doing.
out,
I
Jake.
tried to make them small. I didn't know what was happening. I was just
So
trying to
the-
put myself on there.
I kept
I
trying
also
to
did
pick
this, I'm sorry.
Pebbles, and like Juniper's was like all the way across. I'm like, please stop this.
I did
So-
not know
I'm
what
sorry, I
doing.
also did this.
Right, but because this is an audio medium, I know a bunch of you are on the stream, but for those of you that know, this is refers to the John Mulaney bit. Family
Oh.
driving in a car.
Mhm.
The kids in the back demanding McDonald's, and then it said the 3 responses you can have. We have food at home. You drive into the drive-thru, you order 1 black coffee for yourself and keep on driving. Or you are chanting with the children, McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's. And which corner shall we start on this triangle for any people that are just listening?
Well, Zach has put all of his characters in the corners directly.
Amazing.
I did well. Yes, I'm displaying the breadth of character that I'm capable of bringing to the table.
Should we start at the top with we have food at home?
Sure.
All right.
Very top is Mr. Tar, Mr. Minos Tar.
And let's slide down towards McDonald's. We go a little bit further down from we have food at home. We have Theo about a quarter way down towards McDonald's, and about halfway down we have Kari, then Artesia, then Davy.
Blackjack is like slightly off to the left in the direction of One Black Coffee, but he's definitely more of a McDonald's. I don't know
Yeah.
why Meryl is so high up. She should not be that high up. Meryl should be like over here in the corner.
Specifically, Artesia at the end of Mnemonic. See, there's two Artesias here.
Ah, I have my apologies. I've just been informed with the live update that Louisa falls somewhere between Kari and Theo on the triangle. And as we move down into McDonald's corner, we have Galen, Parker, Temel, and Jericho.
Yorwith is also over here.
Oh yeah, and as we exit McDonald's, starting to move towards
we exit
orders one black coffee. But Yorwith is full on McDonald's. We have Ruben.
Depends on who they're with.
Fair. Keda, Hereafter, and Vines are all sort of sitting in the midway point between McDonald's, and orders one black coffee.
The chaotic energy.
Yeah, just before we get fully into orders one black coffee, we have Max. There's a little bit of McDonald's energy, but we know mostly she's an orders one black coffee person.
Meryl stole it all from her.
Mm-hmm. Rounding the corner, right at the apex, we have Steady. Then moving up towards just on the corner as well, we have Kerry. Just above her, Sol, Annabelle, then Juniper. God, there's a lot of very.
I want to get all of them in a room together.
That's a group.
Steady orders one black coffee and drives and turns to the kids in the back of his car and says, "This disappointment will make you stronger."
What was I saying before about Steady not being a good parent?
Oh fuck!
I love Steady so much.
I love him, but holy shit.
He's got his own problems.
Steady is bastard, but a different way.
Yeah. Just up from Juniper, we're about a quarter way up. We have Adlai, then steadily moving up the side back towards. We have Food at Home. We have Marius, then Coyote, Artesia at the start, Garian, Sable, and then Every about a corner from. We have Food at Home. And there
We should
is
probably tweet this because I'm certain that was impossible to listen to without a
That was
visual aid.
incomprehensible, I'm sure. We will tweet
amazing.
this.
Please, we're going to tweet this. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, Jade, for your service.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's 7 minutes past 1 right now. The fact that I'm coherent is amazing.
Yeah, it's late for you.
It is late for me. But yes, that is the last of our slides. If anyone's got any last-ditch questions they want to fling in the Twitch chat, AMA style, well, that's a risky one, but we're friends here. Yes, Philo, shout out UK Spillard. Booyah, indeed. Thank you for staying up late with me.
Yes. Ask your questions now or forever hold your peace until the end of the thing.
Pick an arc for a movie adaptation.
Hercules. Kubrick.
Yeah,
Hercules.
I mean, Kubrick's Hercules.
Wait,
Kubrick.
is that
Hercules.
cheating?
Flotsam also worked really well with movie pacing.
Yeah, I think one of my notes was, this was the greatest movie I never got to watch.
City of Gulls Netflix series, go.
Yep. Netflix series.
Anthology. What podcast you're listening to right now is your favorite?
I'm not listening to anything.
Is it too?
I'm not listening to anything. I can't process
Well, I
audio
mean,
right
I'm
now.
still actively listening to Magnus and Rusty Quill Gaming, but I'm behind on my Patreon content in Stella Firma, and don't even talk to me about where I'm at with Artisan because I don't know.
The
I'm up
only
to date.
thing I've been able to listen to has been Got It Memorized. The hyperfixation is real, but it's defo interstitial.
I'm still listening to like Sawbones.
Amazing.
I still enjoy that. I listen to it to go to bed at night. I sometimes listen to like How Stuff Works and stuff you missed in history class.
I listen to Hey Riddle Riddle a lot. It's a riddle podcast by some funny improvisers. NSFW. for sure. Actual play, I love Friends at the Table, as I'm sure many of you do. I also listen a lot to Neoscum, which is a Shadowrun podcast by some other improvisers. That's very fun. Their Patreon Gaiden episodes are very fun, where they play other games in other groups. It's a slow burn series, but it's been like 70 episodes, and it's been like 2 weeks in world.
Jesus.
I also listen to Pretending to Be People, which is a Delta Green podcast. Which Delta Green is like Call of Cthulhu plus like Criminal Minds.
How do you have the energy to listen to all these podcasts?
I don't understand it.
I used to have a commute.
Oh, yeah.
valid.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't.
thing getting in my way too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
now.
can't listen at work
So
anymore.
I usually listen while I'm playing video games or something. Also, listen a bit to a campaign from the One Shot Network. That was a lot of fun.
We cannot forget to shout out our sibling podcast, The Room Where It Happened.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
You guys.
I'm listening
And
to the Room Where It
also-
Happened.
Also, Dumb Kids Playing Hero.
Mm-hmm. Not a podcast, but my favorite, the only piece of Dungeons and Dragons media that I will consume ever from now on is Dimension 20, which is College Humor. Rest in peace is official Dungeons and Dragons live show with some incredible performers. Brennan Lee Mulligan is a big.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is a fantastic DM.
He is. He's the only good DM. Who still plays
The only
D&D.
good one.
And same deal. I've been listening a little bit to NADPOD, but I haven't really gotten very far into that. I also listen to that. Listen, I can stop talking about podcasts now.
Shout out.
I was just going to say,
Also, Wayne Radio TV, Half-Life VR, where the AI is self-aware.
oh, I've heard about that. I need to
Seeing
get
it on
into that.
Tumblr.
That was
Rachel's been watching it, so
that was an experience.
I gotta get into that.
Yeah.
Real quick, what story arc is the HBO Too Sexy miniseries?
Uneven orbits.
Yeah, right. It's all the girls.
They just barely hold hands.
There's gonna be lingering shots on Soul's arms, and then Max
We're
is
gonna have
gonna.
to redo it all as a Regency era drama, so then the hand touches can just
Wait,
be.
hold on a second. Why haven't we done that?
Because I tried to start
A Regency era drama. that we
whatever
we
the
just
Good
haven't done it
Society,
yet.
but
Good
then
Society.
it didn't pick up very well.
We haven't done it.
Hey, guys.
No one is responding
We'll
to
get
me.
We'll get to it.
I have a question for us all. What is the
Oh, also Fall
See-
of Elsinore would make it very good. Netflix,
HBO, yeah.
HBO miniseries.
what's our
Sam.
CW style TV show?
No.
Listen, listen to the arc starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's big CW energy.
Fall of Elsinore as an HBO special would be fantastic because every episode would start with such and such days until the fall of Elsinore.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually,
Like,
you
that is
know what
pretty
would be the CW series? This is an old poll, but it's still true. High School Fiasco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. The CW loves to make sexy high schoolers.
I would also like to
Looks
pitch
at Riverdale.
for the new animated series on Netflix is Echo in the City of Gulls. Because those kids
yes.
would be amazing
Those
to see
kids.
animated.
That would be
Mhm.
really good to see
I would
animated.
love that. That would be fucking incredible.
Every episode would end with a lingering ominous shot on that egg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
It
first
zooms in every episode, but like you don't notice it until it's like way closer on the last episode's
Which
credits.
one? Which one's the anime, y'all?
Echo.
It was Stewpot is a slice of life anime.
Mhm.
Dungeon Dilemma is like a
I was-
horror anime.
Mnemonic
say, was it
Mnemonic
Dungeon
is a Studio Trigger like OVA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, Venture.
I don't
might be
know
the
if
anime.
they
Oh,
met
Venture
Oh
might be the
yeah,
style
Venture,
for-
yeah.
for Trigger for Mnemonic.
Well, I'm thinking of Little Witch Academia.
Okay, because I'm really just thinking about everything else.
yeah, fair.
Mostly Promare.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
never
fair.
not thinking about Promare.
Maybe it's a Kiyoani series. Yes, I think yes.
All right.
Yeah, good anime.
All right, folks. We're gonna.
Flotsam also be a single season, 26 episode anime to really give us all those character
yeah.
moments.
And on that note, draw us your anime pictures. It will be great. I want to see it. But we're gonna give it a wrap because people need to eat, and I should think about going the fuck to bed.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for our season 2 and 3 live stream. That will go out on the feed as and when. But thank you all for joining us here live. It's been great chatting to everybody and answering your questions. And let's rattle through our goodbyes, starting at the top of the call.
Hello, my name is Zachary Lee Fredrickson. You can find me on Twitter at OfficeGatingGod. You can find my music that I've done at iambugbear.bandcamp.com. It's an iambugbear.bandcamp.com. I am just putting up scraps and like tests and experiments right now, but I will be putting out more music someday. And now there's a website for you can go to for that. I might be re-uploading like old Ardak music there. I have to think about that. My pronouns were he, him. I don't listen to tomorrow's episode.
It's so good.
It's
I
truly
can't wait.
incredible.
It's so
I
good.
cannot wait to listen to it.
Very excited.
I've been Kales. I was late, so I didn't actually get to introduce myself. Hi. Y'all know me, though. I don't know what I'm saying.
Introduction.
I need no introduction. You can find me on Twitter at Citadel of Swords. You can find my games at citadelofswords.itch.io. I have a letterbox now. I'm just talking about this because I'm excited about it. I'm doing some bullshit.
I really enjoyed your list.
I have made a new list, actually. You can find me on Letterboxd at letterboxd.com/Citadel of Swords. I have a list called Worlds That Can and Should Be in Kingdom Hearts Ranked. And you can also listen to Dumb Kids Playing Hero at Dumb Kids Playing Hero with hyphens.pinecast.co or on your podcatcher of choice.
Oh, yes. Hi. It's been me, August. You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. I mean, yeah, I have no... Oops. August has no first-person pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora, itch.io, harpydora.itch.io. You can find the podcast at ftlcast.com. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/ftlcast. Yo, Spindle Wheel and City of Mist fucking slap. So that's my outro. Goodbye.
I've been Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo, and you can hopefully at some point very soon find the other podcast that I've just started called Kitty Cat War Crimes at KCWC Pod. We're rereading the Warrior Cats books and making fun of them, and hopefully not starting Warrior Cats fandom drama because we're not in the fandom, so we won't know.
I'm so excited for this too.
I can send you the first episode. It's almost done.
Yes.
I'm Mab. You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr, crying over fictional characters, at Little Lady Mab. I've been copying and pasting 11 different daggers on this picture, so hopefully I'll be done with it soon and can post it, and I can just be done with it. That's what I've been doing the entire time, copying and pasting knives, because I decided to do this to myself. Anyway, I'm not working on Gorals during this.
And I continue, at least for the foreseeable future, to be Jade, formerly of the Feywild, currently languishing in the hellscape that is the United Kingdom. You can find me on Twitter at JadeOxfordRose. You can hear me as well on Dumb Kids Playing Hero. And shout out to our best friend podcast, The Room Where It Happened, which is preaching to the choir, because I think everybody watching this stream right now is either in the room where it happened or is a fan of it, because we know them from their server. But they're great, they support us and we support them in turn. Podcast friends are good friends. Thank you,
We're a
everybody, for
podcast
joining
guild,
us.
like in the MMOs.
Yep.
But be safe, be well, look after yourselves. We love you guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming to my live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh
Sam,
my
I
god.
will pick you up this call next.
I'm gonna play the sci-fi theme to play us out.
Yes.
Guys, by the Awesome Brown.
Ryan,
And
you're the best.
remember, the only failure is by allowing your enemies to win, and never
Oh,
allow
I
them
thought
to
you were
have
going to
that
say
joy.
D&D. The only failure is D&D.
Zach, I'm sorry. I did know you were joking about the D&D thing. I just like to take jokes really far.
Yeah, I hate that game so much.
It's so much. And like, I keep playing it because I miss playing games with certain groups of people that will only play D&D.
Yeah,
that's
me.
Give them a better
How
game.
to, just teach them how to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's the same game but better. It's better designed. You know, are we still
The only
live?
D&D game I'm playing right now is actually a Winter Deep.
Yeah, we're still live because the theme's still playing, but I didn't deafen
Oh.
myself because I wanted to still listen to what y'all were saying.
Oh. Well,
No one's surprised.
Fine.
Wait, is it Winterdeep or you mean Waterdeep?
Waterdeep. That one.
You can still
I
you
don't-
can do Forgotten Realms, and it's all the same game. You know what I mean?
This is fair enough. Yeah, I only joined this game like
Fine.
a week and a half ago.
If I'm not GMing, I'm not gonna make the emotional effort to teach someone else how to play a different game.
Okay, I'm stopping streaming
So-
now.
That's
Bye.
fair too.